right, you ready for the Rumble in Kansas City? I don't know. We need to come up with some kind of name for it. I had all kinds of fun analogies for the game last week. It don't work the same way with Patrick Mahomes, right? It don't feel so much like all the comparisons that I had made before. But this is gonna be a hoot.
A hoot.
A hoot.
Yeah, I am tentatively very optimistic this is going to be close and awesome. Going back and watching the game from earlier in the season, and then the last time they played the postseason, I think that the Bills match up better with this version of the Chiefs than they ever have. I also think that the Bills quarterback, is playing in a way that he has at times played, but the level of consistency he has shown over the course of the season makes me think it's going to be what we see in this game. So I'm very optimistic for Buffalo I don't want to sound like I'm rooting for Buffalo. Although it seems like if you polled America right now, what would it be, like 90 Buffalo, 10 Kansas City?
Part of that is that Kansas City has become, in its own way, the Patriots, right? Like they're always up top. Also, for reasons that I am not currently ascribing to sinister motivations. However, people really like that Josh Allen fella. I really like that Josh Allen fella. I think people I do think would like to see, like in wrestling parlance, they'd like to see Josh Allen get over. I think they would like to see that.
The post game with Lamar got me, and I was like, am I soft? Did it get you a little bit when they walk up to each other and they're like hugging? That Josh is like, you're the greatest to ever do it, and Lamar's like, go get him. And I was like,
yeah, I felt like it was good of both of them. Because if I'm Lamar, I might call you later. Like, I'll dap you up right here. Like, I do what I got to do in this moment, but I ain't got no go get him right now. Go get Mark. Why don't you go try to win something with him?
Oh my God. I think you're right though about Allen. There's a lot going on there. But also, let me ask you this, because you've been in this business for a long time. A lot of the peak Patriots was kind of pre-social media. Like it was like some of it, the second run was obviously the Twitter existed and whatnot. But do you feel like the Chiefs are more or less hated than the Brady Patriots?
I would definitely say less, because
really?
they haven't. Yeah, because they haven't been caught doing all the other stuff, right? Yeah. And number two, there was nothing to like about the Patriots other than winning. All that winning that the Patriots did, and they did not become a national brand. They did not become a situation where whenever the Patriots show up, the place is full of Patriots fans.
This is interesting. You know, when you go abroad, which is like a good barometer for that, you don't really see a lot of, like when you go to like Mexico and watch a game, it's a lot of Packers, it's a lot of 49ers, it's a lot of Cowboys. I guess some of that is probably regional, but yeah, Raiders, yeah. You're not seeing a lot of Patriots fans overseas.
No.
I hear you. I think there's some veracity to that. Do you feel, though, the opposite? Do you feel like the Chiefs have some...
I feel like they are starting to approach gets all the calls status.
To approach?
Hold on, though. Here's something for you.
That's all anyone talks about now. It's actually quite annoying.
Right, but this is where it's very interesting. Something my buddy Nick brings up. You know what quarterback since 2018, which is Mahomes' first year as a starter, has drawn the most roughing the passer calls?
Is it Josh Allen?
Sure is. Now, look, at some point, people going to have to be honest about some of these correlative factors on some of this stuff.
So we did a preview, and Ben Solak on my pod made a point, which is, on one hand, this game, two of arguably the greatest quarterbacks of our generation. You know, it's an incredible matchup, and like they're obviously amazing. They're also arguably the two biggest floppers in the NFL. Like, I feel like Josh, I don't know why, like, people don't talk about it as much. That dude plays the refs. And you know what? More credit to him. I wish my quarterback played the refs. This is clearly a good strategy. I mean, he complains a lot to the officials.
I think Josh Allen's in a trick bag that I think one could use to perhaps explain the roughing the passer calls, which is, if you are going to try to take him down, I think I may have said this on the show. I know I said it somewhere else. But if you're going to try to take him down, you got to dial it up.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just think you're about to wrap your arms around him. And number 23, ain't about to make this happen. Number 27, number 8, those, no. I need to see number 59 in here. Try like you got a long day coming. You out here trying to bring Josh Allen down. And so I think that is
takes a lot of
kind of the Shaquille O'Neal situation. Cam Newton was different though. Like the things that Cam Newton dealt with, they just wasn't giving him the calls. But I do think that when you're as big as Josh Allen, I could understand to a degree that you got to give a ref some hints.
He's like unsackable, which is part of the reason why. I mean, it's a huge reason why he's become so unbelievable. He's good for a lot of reasons, but Mahomes has been unsackable, but for different reasons. He just is, it's kind of like Lamar, where he like escapes pressure in a different way. But yeah, Allen is so hard to bring down and create negative plays. And you're right, it probably does take a little bit of extra oomph for defenses to do it against him. I just think this version of him is so funny. Like, obviously the lead up to him and Lamar was about the MVP, right? And the toxicity between the fan bases and all that. He threw one pass over 10 yards in that game. And he was good.
Yeah, he wasn't really that good.
I mean, he was fine. He took care of the football. He did he played winning football. And again, to kind of go back to this next week, I think the way he's playing now does match up very well with Kansas City. But it's just, he's become a completely different person out there. And it's just so funny.
Hold on. He almost did it. He almost did it. He almost did it. He said he didn't almost did it, and that's a lie. He was wrapped up at that goal line. He almost tried to make that pitch. And it is amazing to me how them people on TV be trying to act like that shit is cool. They're like, oh, he just wants to make a play. You know who else just wanted to make a play? Jameson Williams. It was stupid. It would have been stupid.
He didn't do it, though. He didn't do it. I would love to get inside his brain in those moments.
No telling what's going on in there. But I give him credit. I've never seen anybody make himself a better player than Josh Allen has.
Yeah.
While everybody else was lying about him, he was not lying about himself. He went out there. Was it Aaron Rodgers' brother or is it Carson Palmer's brother he'd be out there with?
I don't know. I think Palmer. I think he was training.
They both Jordans. I can't remember which Jordan it is, but I know he was out there working with one of them Jordans.
Yeah. No, it's unbelievable. It's but then even when he does, like in the previous round, the Ty Johnson touchdown, which, by the way, is one of the most impressive catches from a running back I've ever seen. And it's 4th and 2. Josh is running around back there. But didn't you feel like, because you're watching the TV, so you can't see Ty Johnson, so you see Josh Allen running around back there, and didn't you feel like it was going to work out? Because now when he picks his spots to go YOLO, it usually works, or nothing stupid happens because he just throws it away. So I'm watching that. I'm thinking like, this will probably work out, which is a crazy feeling.
Well, now that I have a team that I root for, that also means I have the experience now of watching some of these players play against my team. And I can tell you that when Josh Allen was doing all that running around and I was just watching the game, it was one thing. When I watched him do it against my team, leading them to a victory at Ford Field, it lands a little different. It's a little more terrifying. The NBA is in full swing and the NFL playoffs have begun, which means you could turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite teams only on Prize Picks. You can make a Prize Picks lineup between the NFL and the NBA in as little as 60 seconds. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what make Prize Picks the #1 fantasy sports app. So make sure you go to prizepicks.com/Bomani and use code Bomani for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Bomani. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.